Yeah.
And Frank, thank you for your leadership. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. I also want to extend greetings from Suffolk County Executive Steve Ballone, who couldn't be here. Steve and I have a great working relationship. We realize that it's one Long Island and that it doesn't matter whether he's a Democrat and I'm a Republican. It only matters that we serve the people, that we make things happen, that we get things done, and that we keep you safe. So it's especially poignant. It's especially poignant as we are coming upon the 10th anniversary of Superstorm Sandy. You all have your own stories about Superstorm Sandy, and most of them were really, really tragic. We know of the destruction that was caused by that event. We know how many people were displaced, how many businesses had to close down, people who couldn't get food, clothing, shelter, fuel. And last night we had a celebration in Nassau County for all our first responders who did such an awesome job, whether they be our police department, our firefighters, our EMTs, our nurses, our doctors, and especially our clergy. Because we forget that a lot of the synagogues and churches throughout Long Island were safe havens for people. So I just want to assure you that in Nassau County, we are preparing for such an event. God willing, we never have to deal with it, but 2 weeks ago, after recognizing that this is the 10th anniversary and watching the destruction of Hurricane Ian in Florida, I called a surprise drill where I gave 2 hours notice to all our department heads that they had to appear at the Office of Emergency Management, and we had to go into full hurricane mode. And I have to tell you, I was really, really happy about the response and about the way everybody handled their responsibilities, because I think Steve and I probably share the same anxieties. The thing that keeps me up at night, there are 3 things that keep me up at night: hurricanes, blizzards, and active shooters. And that's something that we drill for and train each and every day in Nassau County, but I want to thank all of our first responders. And you can give them a hand. I am really happy to be here with the Chambers of Commerce of Nassau County, who make things happen. And I noticed that we not only have Nassau people here, but people throughout Long Island. Some people live in Nassau and work in Suffolk. Some people live in Suffolk and work in Nassau. And the only thing I would ask is that you spend your money in Nassau County, because we could use the sales tax. But when you see the turnout that you have tonight, I mean, this is awesome. I didn't expect it. This is probably the biggest you've ever had. And Frank, congratulations to you. When I see all these banners up here of all the sponsors, all I can think of is how Joe Saladino probably regrets that they didn't have to have building permits, so you couldn't get a fee for that, Joe. And it's good to see Jen DeSena as well. Great leaders, great partners in government. Our state legislators that are here, thank you so much. Our town board members and village board members that are here, thank you very much. We have a very good working relationship, working for business and the people. When I came into office this past January, I said Nassau County is back and we're open for business. And I think we've been very serious about that. The lifeblood of this county is business. The one issue that everybody complains about is property taxes. And the way that we can keep property taxes down the best, yes, you have to run an efficient government, but the way you keep it down the best is by increasing the tax base and by increasing tax revenue from business, from sales tax revenue. And that means doing business. So Nassau County is committed to partnering with each and every one of the chambers so that every community can thrive, every downtown business district can do well, with no community left behind. And we are looking forward to partnering with the towns and the villages to increase our vibrancy here in Nassau County, because we have an exciting county. We've got a great place to do business. We have world-class shopping. We have world-class restaurants. Our beaches and our parks are second to none. Our healthcare facilities are the best in the world. Anything that you used to be able to get in Manhattan, you can now get here on Long Island and in Nassau County. So medical tourism is something that I'm going to be concentrating on, to get people from around the world who would normally go to Manhattan for a medical procedure to come out here. And with that, we have to have hospitality and restaurants and stores and retail. We need that support system. And when we talk about the hub, we are in a great position right now in Nassau County because we're hearing from all kinds of businesses that want to locate at the hub. And we are listening to all of these business organizations, and we are going to come up with a plan that does two things. I require two things. One, the hub has to be an exciting place. It can't be the same old, same old. We've got this opportunity, and if we let it go, we're making a big mistake. And the second thing is it has to bring in revenue, not only for the county, but for the towns and the school districts and the surrounding community. So I think that probably within the next 3 or 4 months, we'll be in a position to really sit down and negotiate seriously on a comprehensive plan for the hub that I think you'll all find exciting. But being bold requires us to have courage. The courage to do something exciting, to do something different, to not do the same old, same old. Because we are losing young people to other places, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Florida. Our elderly can't afford to live here. So we've got to make this an exciting, vibrant place so that we do have the revenues to keep down the taxes so people can stay here, so they can be near their grandchildren. And I think that that is all of our goal, not only to create prosperity, but to make sure that this is a community that grows, this is a community that prospers. And last, I want to say, I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room because I think it would be malpractice on my part if I did. We have a crime wave in this state, and it's got to stop. I've talked to people in your chambers, retailers, where the shoplifting has gotten so bad they don't even call the police anymore. Because if they call the police, it interrupts their business, and these people get out over and over again. You can shoplift 20 times. Get caught 20 times by our police department. And you're out that day with no consequences. We've got to give that discretion back to judges. Judges have to make those decisions. There is no reason why someone who comes to your business or stands in front of your home with an illegal weapon, that individual gets out after being arrested without having to post bail. That's wrong. And if people want to talk about gun violence, that's where we start. So in conclusion, our police departments whether it be our county department or our village departments, the MTA, Port Authority. They're doing a great job. They're making the arrests, they're solving the crimes. But we've got to get serious about crime because we've all experienced it and we all know about it. To end on a high note, Frank, you know this, we had an amazing concert series in Nassau County. We had 27,000 people to a free concert for Joan Jett. It set the record at Eisenhower Park. We had the Gin Blossoms in, the Smithereens, and many other bands. And you will be hearing a big announcement from me. An international star will be joining us this fall here in Nassau County for a very exciting announcement. These are the types of things we have to do to generate excitement about Nassau County, excitement about Long Island, because I can tell you, I've traveled throughout the world. We have everything here. We have everything anybody would want, whether they want to do business here, whether they want to live here, whether they want to be a tourist and visit. Our cultural sites, our museums. Last night I was at the Cradle of Aviation. We're expanding that. We're doing work up in Sands Point on our preserve. We're going to bring brand new exhibits, world-class exhibits, to our Fine Arts Museum. Culture is an important part of our community, not only for what culture brings to the community, but it creates economic development and excitement. So there's a lot of good things to talk about going on in Nassau County. I want to thank you for the job that you do, the partnership that you have with government, with my colleagues who are here today. And I want to say that going forward, I think we're going to have a very, very bright future. God bless you all. God bless the United States of America. Thank you.